This is going to be a tech talk on the topic of significance of securing your workloads and digital transformation. I'll repeat the topic once again. This is about significance of securing your workloads and digital transformation. This is going to be a tech talk by an expert. Give it up for, ladies and gentlemen, Jagan GM, Enterprise Account Manager, Skylark. Jagan sir ke liye zor se taali, please. Can I have Jagan sir over here on stage?
So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm Jagan, so I'm part of Skylark Information Technologies. So as part of today's session, right, so right from morning, so we've been speaking on a lot of technologies that has to be focused, especially in terms of driving a transformation for banking sectors. So here, probably for next 8 to 10 minutes, I'll try to keep it short within 10 minutes. So we will be focusing on what exactly Skylark has been doing to a lot of banking sectors, especially banks, financial sectors or insurance or non-banking sectors. So what kind of solutions that we take to them and what is the value proposition that we take to them, especially from networking as well as from a cybersecurity perspective. So Skylark is a 31-year-old organization. We have branches across India. So we have almost 6 branches within India, and we have global presence in Singapore, US, UAE, and as well as in Netherlands as well. So this is a quick recap of us. So we have premium partnerships with most of the Gartner OEMs, starting from HP Aruba, Fortinet, Oracle, and these are the major OEMs that we have a tie-up with. And we also have a tie-up or partnership with Sky High Securities. So Samrat was speaking about like the cloud securities and SASE that we take, right? So in addition to that, so we also have, with 31 years of journey, so we have started with Novel Netwear until to the latest of SD-WAN technologies, NAC technologies, Dockers. So these are the key technologies that we take to most of our customers. So most of the people, most of the dignitaries present here, so will have these 5 challenges in common. So probably on your day-to-day life, so you'll be focusing on these key 5 parameters. Say, for example, starting with regulatory compliance. So be it any industry, especially banking, IT sectors, or manufacturing industries. So compliance is something which has to be othered with 100%. There has to be no gaps in what we comply, right? So especially banking sectors, financial sectors, so where the workload or the data needs a lot of protection. So be it from an RBI compliance, SEBI compliance. So there has to be a non-compromise on these compliance that you have to follow. Especially, for example, till to the latest of recent RBI compliance that has been launched, saying that all your critical workload, especially from your contact numbers of the accounts, especially from a banking accounts, so that has to be completely complied through a deception technology. So that was the recent RBI technology that has been launched. So all this compliance has to be followed. You have to implement. And if you see, there's been so many compliance that is coming, and there's been a lot of technologies that you have to do. So you'll be lost in which technology you have to go first, which has to be followed next, which kind of security has to be implemented, protocols has to be implemented. So that's where we come into the picture to understand your network and then see what all the right technologies that has to be done in terms of compliance. So second one is something called information security and privacy. So there's been so much of workloads that has been revolving across your organization. So all this comes with a cost of what is the privacy as well as what is the security that you do so that you don't compromise on your network or on your data. So we do help on those particular area as well. So third one is a network where you don't, like where complete your productivity, everything goes onto your network. So you don't have to compromise between the data that is traveling to your cloud and accessing to your branches. So that's where the network compromise cannot be done because of the productivity or your production entirely goes down. So fourth one is scalability and reliable. So of course, when you go for any technology, we don't know what happens in the next year. So what happens within 2 years? So the scalability plays a major role. So that is again one of the major part. Fifth one, of course, on a disaster recovery. Say for example, if your primary solution or the primary system goes down, your data center goes down. So what kind of backup mechanisms you have? What kind of DR policies you have to make sure your business continuity plan is up and running. So these are the 5 critical points which any CXO will relate to their on daily operations, or it could be from your audit perspective as well. So we have a 6-pillar structure. So in order to help our customers, especially starting from enterprise networking. So this talks more from your wireless, it could be from your networking perspective, or it could be from your NAC solutions, SD-WAN solutions. So that is being captured into the enterprise networking. So second one, we have cybersecurity. So in cybersecurity, we predominantly split into 3 layers. So the first one would be from your data center networking, data center security, where the core traffic, be it from your data centers or anywhere, the core traffic gets filtered or gets kind of an ensured security through this data center security. Second one is something called middleware security, which predominantly talks about your application, how it is getting secured. So third one is from an endpoint security. So it could be SSE solutions, or it could be DLP kind of solutions, how you get your endpoint security in place. So that is all about the cyber security platform. So third pillar, which is from a managed services. So we have all through the services that we give, it is completely in-house certified engineers. So we have a dedicated NOC setup, so through which your system is completely being monitored and managed. So that's a value proposition that we take to our customers. So we don't rely on our third parties. So entirely it's been done through our in-house certified engineers and our NOC and ticketing system that we have. So fourth one, which talks from cloud solutions. So we have major tie-up with AWS Cloud, we have major tie-up with Azure, Google Cloud, and also well as from Oracle, OCI, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure. So even if it is from a migration from your on-premise solution to your cloud, so that is also been handled. Even if it is, so if you wanted to test any of your non-critical or critical workloads in cloud, so we do provide that as well, along with health parameters, as well as from a cost optimization perspective. So final one, which talks from a data center modernization. So this data center modernization is not just from a data center perspective, it's more from a compute and storage. In this era of artificial intelligence, where you need high-end processing servers, as well as with graphical cards that needs your application to keep up and running. So that's why the compute and storage comes into the picture, along with the virtualization environment with a proper backup mechanism. So we make sure your applications and your workload are up and running. So these are the 6 major pillars, so which we have from our portfolio to provide end-to-end IT infrastructure solutions and services to your organization. So these are technology stack which we have. So the first one, as I was mentioning, right? So the first one which talks from a security. So where we have SIM, DLP, NAC solutions as a major security solutions, especially when we come to bank where your logs has to be properly analyzed and has to be taken up. So that's where the SIM comes into the picture. Networking, where we talk more from a switching perspective, SD-WAN. So that comes into the networking. Third one is on a databases. Any kind of application, of course, requires database for running. So that's where we come into the picture in providing database solutions, followed by a middleware as well. So it's an application and a database which has been combined with database less middleware layer. So we also have other stacks such as the data center stack. So either if it's your on-prem solution or if you're planning for an hybrid solution, we do take care of that as well. And we do have storage and backup solutions to have a proper reliable, if in case of your system is getting down, so what is the RPO and RTO that is being followed. So the complete process of backup is being done here. So followed by servers, on-prem server storage, and as well as from a cloud perspective. Yeah, so there are 2 technologies which I have taken here. So one is from an SD-WAN perspective. So second one is from a NAC perspective. So we all know before the concept of SD-WAN coming into the picture, so we had MPLS, we had links that is being getting connected to your data center, to your branches, and to your cloud as well, to the internet as well. So with that, what happens is, so any data or any branch which has to access your cloud application has to pass to your data center, and from there it gets access to the cloud. So which is which causes huge amount of traffic flows, data's consumption, the link consumption is on a very higher side, and you also don't have what all the critical applications which has to be given a focus. So that's where we have something called SD-WAN technology, where basically an orchestration layer has been built upon. So through this orchestration layer, a kind of a tunnel which has been formed, so that if a branch person or if a branch is getting any data to be accessed, even if it's from a cloud, so it gets a direct virtual tunnel which gets access from your applications which is running in the cloud. So because of this, so what you do is like you do a lot of reduction on your bandwidth consumption. Also you channelize, okay, these are my critical applications which has to be given a priority. So that kind of priority is also been, and QoS has been achieved through that. So because of this, we were able to, you'll be able to optimize the lot of operational issues that is been getting in your platform or in your network. So that is well and well addressed in this SD-WAN technology. So this is one case study which we have taken. So for one of our customers like Axis Bank, or it could be from an IDFC First Bank, so where they have like around 2,000 plus branches, 3,000 plus branches. So they had getting a daily issues on number of calls that is getting from their branches saying the network is not getting connected. These are the applications that is getting dropped. So in that case, what we have done is we have proposed them an SD-WAN solution. So where we have rolled out on per day 20 to 35 branches per day we were rolling out on an SD-WAN platform. So this was dropping them, and they were post SD-WAN deployment. They were able to see somewhere close to 62% of the daily operational calls were getting reduced. So that was an operational enhancement that they have done, they have achieved through this SD-WAN solution, in addition to active-active link utilization. So you don't have to worry about only a single link getting utilized. So with SD-WAN, you can have parallel active-active link utilization so that you can also reduce the number of jitters that is getting, along with application prioritization and QoS being achieved. So the next solution which I would like to talk about is on NAC, so which is mandated by RBI for T1 and T2 banks. So there is a concept called network access control. So when you have your network, so you have a lot of people getting connected. It could be your own employees getting connected through laptops, desktops, printers, ATMs. If it's a bank, there's also ATM getting connected to your network. Or you'll also have your guests who are getting connected to your network, right? So if you're not having a visibility how your network is getting accessed, so then it's a threat for your network. So that's where what we do through NAC solution, which is network access control solution, we follow dynamic segmentation. Say for example, this is an organization where there is one kind of data which is getting from POS system, which is basically an IoT system. So there's also a system or the data, second layer of data, which is from other, probably from a HR data, or it could be from a different ATM data. And third one from your camera data. So basically, these are the three different types of data that is getting segregated. Earlier, without NAC, so you'll not have a visibility of what kind of data is being accessed. So through NAC, you can do a dynamic segmentation. It will analyze what kind of data or what kind of system that is getting access to your network. So accordingly, you can create a policies or you can create a postulates. So to define whether this particular device or this particular user can be given access to your network or not. So that's a major funda of network access control, which is being mandated by RBI for T1 and T2 banks to be utilized. So you'll get a visibility. So what kind of devices, what kind of OS that is getting access to my network. You'll also have a control. So what kind of devices I can give access, or what kind of intruders I have to stop giving access to them. And also response. So if there's been any user that device or the system is finding as an anomaly, so then the system itself will stop giving access to that device. So that's why the response to that unauthorized access will be provided. So this is one success story which I've taken, which we have done for State Bank of India. So where they have 350,000 users, end users or end devices, I would rather say. So for this 350,000 end devices, how the access is being granted is been completely running on our NAC solution through the DC and DR platform. So because of it, as I first told, the dynamic segmentation comes into the picture. We can also define policies. The policies-based authorization or the access is being given, and what kind of devices that is there. So that visibility is also being done, and along with the device provisioning as well. So these are our BFSI's customers, so right from SBI, Axis Bank, IDFC Federal Bank. So there are a plethora of customers that we have. And these are the major OEMs that we have tie-up with. So right from, as I've mentioned, Aruba, Fortinet, Oracle, AWS, Microsoft Azure, along with Sky High Securities. So these are the key OEMs that we have tied up with. So coming to my last slide, so the value proposition, as I've mentioned, being in 31 years in market, so we do have OEM agnostic solutions. We do have 70% of our workforce which is on technical front end, so that we could provide any kind of POCs that you wanted to try, or any kind of NOC solutions with proper ticketing system is been there with us, so which serves as a value proposition to our customers. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Give him a bigger round of applause. Thank you so much. And I'll request Devotji to please kindly come up on stage and give away the token of appreciation to sir over here. Thank you so much for all the tech talk and ensuring that it's very, very interesting and it doesn't just look technical that way. Give him a bigger round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure he deserves every bit of it. Quick, fast, rapid, and fiery indeed. Thank you, thank you.